In today's video, we're featuring the top 3 well-liked backpacking seats: Big Agnes's Skyline UL, Helinox's Chair Zero, and Nemo Equipment's Moonlight. Join me as we discover which of these 3 backpacking seats is perfect for your next camping trip as well as future trips. Let's get started! Right off the bat, it's clear that the Helinox Chair Zero is the ultimate pick for backpackers, and I have a solid reason for thinking so. What it accomplishes is lifting you off the chilly earth, away from damp soil, and giving your back a break after a tiring day of hiking. Among the trio we're discussing today, it achieves this at the lightest weight, just 18 ounces with the included carrying bag. Despite concerning these factors, there are 2 significant concerns I have regarding this chair. It may sound a bit amusing, and I acknowledge that some might think, hey, it's just a chair. Appreciate the fact that it's a chair, which is already a significant luxury item. I fully understand that perspective. However, for those who view a chair as a crucial element in enhancing overall comfort during a backpacking journey, the issues I'm discussing indeed carry substantial weight in their decision-making process. So, there are 2 aspects of this chair that don't quite win me over. Firstly, among the choices we're discussing today, it is the closest to the ground, sitting at a mere 9 inches off the surface. Consequently, when you're seated in this chair, it positions your knees a bit higher, and when you need to stand up, it's almost like you're just sitting directly on the ground in many ways. However, I do appreciate the fact that I can recline, unwind, and truly savor the overall comfort this chair provides. This chair has gained a reputation for sinking into soft ground, which essentially results in you sitting on the ground anyhow. Interestingly, one of the other chairs we'll discuss effectively addresses this issue and prevents sinking. If any of you have friends with a Helinox chair, or if you own one yourself, you've likely experienced the chair digging into the ground, causing you to lean back and possibly even damaging one of the legs. This chair has some drawbacks because of that. The plastic parts and the wheel of the chair can be a problem and a weak point for the chair in general. But I think this is a great option for the price of around $150 and the weight saving of a chair compared to other choices. It is really comfortable to sit on, and I don't feel any pressure on my armpits like with some other chairs. It's a very good option overall, but it's not my top favorite. The next chair we'll look at is the Nemo Equipment Moonlight Chair. This is probably the most advanced of the chairs we will review today. It is also the most costly and the heaviest, with a weight of 30 ounces and a price of $160 US. So, why would you choose this chair when it is much heavier than the Chair Zero? Well, the Moonlight has some interesting features that make it a different choice than just, hey, I want a chair. I want to carry the least weight possible, so I'll take the Chair Zero. The Moonlight has some cool features that make it more comfortable and adaptable. It has a nice mesh material that lets the air flow and keeps you cool while sitting in the chair. You also don't have to worry about getting sweaty in the chair when you are backpacking. The chair also moves with you when you sit on it because each of these joints has a ball head. The chair can swivel around on the ball, and it feels very cozy when you sit on it. The chair also has these little handles right here that lets me adjust the angle of the chair. I can make the chair more upright or more reclined depending on what I want. This makes the chair more versatile for different situations. For example, if I want the chair to be more upright, I can cook something in front of me. I have my pot and stove system here. This chair is also higher than the Chair Zero by 13.5 inches, which makes it easier to get out of the chair. I don't have to put much pressure on my knees to stand up. The Moonlight is made of metal, so there are no plastic parts around the wheel system. But this chair is very sturdy and strong, and it weighs more because of the metal frame system that is very thick and solid. This chair also has rubber feet that are wider than the Chair Zero and prevent it from sinking into the ground easily. This is very helpful in sandy situations. This chair is very cozy and pleasant to sit on. If it was not so heavy, I think I would take it more often. The chair is also bulky and oddly shaped, so it does not fit well in my pack. I usually put my chair in the side pocket of my pack, but this one is very comfy. It is also the priciest, the heaviest, and that is why I do not take it with me often. I prefer to take my favorite chair, the Skyline UL. Let's talk about that one next. Finally, let's look at the Big Agnes Skyline UL, which is an amazing chair and what I consider the best backpacking chair for several reasons. This chair solves the issues that I have with the Helinox Chair Zero. It is much higher than the ground at 15 inches, and even though it weighs 10 ounces more than the Chair Zero at 28 ounces, it is a bit lighter than the Moonlight. But I think it is a more cozy chair in my opinion, because it is much higher than the ground, 15 inches versus 9 inches. And to be honest, you don't really notice the extra weight on your backpack when your total pack weight is between 22 and 25 pounds. This chair also does not go into the ground like the Chair Zero does. So you have more weight, and also you have a curve in the back legs that help distribute the weight of the chair better on soft grounds and surfaces. You don't end up sinking too much into the ground. That would make you sit on the ground anyway, which I already told you about the Chair Zero. The Skyline UL is also built in a cool way that does not have a wheel that everything connects to. It works like a tent pole system, where the poles go through a main metal pole and then it creates a strong frame. But this also has a joint that can move in the middle of this horizontal support frame, and because of that, it makes the chair more comfortable when you sit on uneven ground. The chair can rotate and adjust a bit, which makes it more cozy in that way too. The seat poles of the chair are wider, which makes the chair seat more cozy overall. It does not squeeze and press your hips together. Personally, I really love this thing so much. In my opinion, it is the best backpacking chair ever. That's what I think, and I love it for the extra height, for the comfort, and it's not too heavy when you think about it. If you're taking a chair with you, accept the extra weight and enjoy the most pleasant experience possible. That's my opinion. Which one do you prefer among these backpacking chairs? The Helinox Chair Zero, the Nemo Moonlight, or the Big Agnes Skyline? They all have their advantages and disadvantages. They are all very good choices, and if you really want to reduce as much weight as possible but still bring a chair with you, then the Chair Zero is clearly the best option, but the most comfortable. The ideal balance between sitting the highest off the ground, not sinking into the ground, and being cozy as possible, then the Skyline UL is for you. And as for the Moonlight, it's just fancy. The thing is awesome, but it is the most costly. It is the heaviest, and it doesn't sit as high off the ground as the Skyline UL does. These are some of the most popular backpacking chairs in the market. My views and thoughts on each of these choices. Do you agree or disagree? Comment your thoughts below. Thank you for watching today's video, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Hope you have a great day. See you in the next one. Until next time, happy trails!